My name is Sergeant Jason Brown, Harris County Sheriff's Office Homicide Division. This morning, approximately 3:30 a.m., Harris County Sheriff's Office units were dispatched to the 19900 block of Stone Creek Court in reference to a shooting. When they arrived on scene, they found a 16-year-old juvenile male who'd been shot once in the chest. He was pronounced deceased here at the scene. Our preliminary investigation showed that there were 5 other teenagers here at the house with him at the time. They were drinking. Apparently one of them started playing with a firearm. Produced it. Don't know exactly what he was doing with it at the time when it went off, but it did go off. Struck the 16-year-old in the chest, killing him. The person that fired the round is his older brother. He's 17 years old. At this time, he's being charged in connection with the shooting. We're not sure exactly what those charges are going to be at this point. It's probably either going to be manslaughter or murder. Right now he's being interviewed down at the Lockwood Homicide Office. We'll make a determination on what the exact charges are going to be later on today. But as of right now, the District Attorney's Office has accepted preliminary charges on him. The parents were not home at the time. They are in attendance now, so they've been informed. But again, 5 juveniles there at the house by themselves. They've been drinking. We're not sure exactly where he got the firearm from. There's a number of firearms in the house, so he gained access to it somehow. And we don't believe this was like an altercation or intentional thing necessarily, but clearly, reckless in the way that they were doing this, and that's how the individual ended up getting shot.
Whose gun? Parents?
We're not sure exactly whose gun it is. It's somebody there in the family. So we can't say exactly who the exact owner is, but we believe it's somebody there in the family.
If it turns out to be the parents' gun, could they also face charges?
It's possible. Depends on how they gained access to it. Again, all these boys are 16, 17 years old. They're not children. They're not a child who gains access to it. So whether or not they can be secured from them becomes a matter of, how hard is it for them to get it. So I'm not really anticipating any charges to the adults. The 17-year-old is an adult, as far as criminal responsibility, and so right now he is the one being charged.
Could the parents face supplying alcohol to minor?
Again, we're not really sure how they got it. They were here by themselves, so no one was actually supplying them alcohol or providing them firearms or anything like that. Lack of supervision for 17-year-olds don't always make the best decisions, but again, these are older boys that probably know better.
How many teens are detained right now?
There were 5. We're in the process of trying to get all these boys back to their parents and get them out of here. Just the one 17-year-old, the brother of the deceased, he's the one that's down at Lockwood right now for further interviews.
There was another person we saw that you guys took out as well. Are there 2 people now in custody?
No.
Okay, so just one.
What you probably saw was somebody being transported back to their house, maybe.
Oh, okay.
But as far as in custody, there's just the one, the older brother.
And the ages of these boys that were involved, they're all either 16 or 17, or
Yes.
they're younger, older?
No, they're all 16 or 17.
How difficult it is for you guys to work something like this?
Well, obviously it took us a while to sort all this out. These are young kids, they're scared. Getting statements out of them sometimes is kind of difficult. We have to piece all this together. So that's kind of the reason that it took us a while to kind of get a handle on things out here.
What was their story of why the gun was even out in the first place?
It's not really a good one. It's pretty much it was just being played with, and it's very late at night, they're drinking, so we don't really have a good explanation for that.
Did they call the police right away, or was it?
They did. They attempted to provide first aid, and they immediately called 911. So there's no indication that they attempted to cover anything up or anything like that. I think they realized the severity of the situation immediately.
They was drinking by themselves or with adult?
No, they were by themselves.
Where were the parents?
Well, without getting into too much of it, they were indisposed somewhere else dealing with something.
And then lastly from me, so we got 5, and then the one who got there
So
were
6 total.
Yes,
and they all knew each other. They were all
they
friends.
did.
And how is brother right now?
How is he?
How was he?
How's he processing all of this?
Distressed?
we're still in the process of interviewing him. So.